All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started today. That way I don't sit here taking up too much of your time. I did see a couple questions already come into the box, so just real quick touch base on those. We do always record these webinars. We do have an Academy website set up where these webinars get posted on a regular basis. You can also go there and search for previous webinars. You can go there and the history on these goes back pretty far. So we've got a lot of really good content in that Academy site in the webinars tab. So here towards the end, I will show you where to find that. And then also, if you have any questions on these, it looks like somebody wanted to try to get in contact with our last employee who presented this CSS webinar. So if you ever have questions about that, go ahead and just give us a call. We're happy to provide that information. If we can, we'll even talk to you through it on the phone, or we'd be happy to provide an email address as well so we can answer questions. So anyways, thanks a lot for being here today. My name is Micah. I have been here for 3 years. I'm here on the sales team. We're going to be going over a pretty important topic today. It's really a huge benefit of IDX service. So it's definitely an important topic. Today, we're going to focus on the creation of landing pages. And then this is actually the first of a two-part series. In 2 weeks, we're going to be going over how to fully benefit these landing pages that you create using SEM, search engine marketing. So be sure to sign up for that second part. Again, that's going to be in 2 weeks. So I'll touch base on that here towards the end as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. And by the way, I do have the question box open here. So if you guys have any questions as I go through this, feel free to throw those in there and then we can answer those as we go along. I'll do my best. If not, I'll kind of dig through them as we get done and follow up with you guys via email as well. All right, bear with me here 1 second. It looks like the slide is stuck for some reason. Hang on 1 second for me. So like I said, today we're going to be focusing on the creation of landing pages. Just a brief kind of review of today's agenda. We're going to go over understanding landing pages, kind of what they are, how they operate, what your options are for those. We're going to go over how to create landing pages within your IDX Broker account. You can also create landing pages within your website platform as well, whether that's WordPress, definitely the most popular is WordPress. You can also do this within Squarespace, Weebly, Joomla. So there's a lot of different options there. Really, the limited website platform as far as IDX goes is Wix. But, if you're using those other platforms, I'll show you some examples. I'm not going to get too much into creating landing pages in WordPress and Squarespace and things because there's so many different platforms out there. If I was to try to get into every one, then that would obviously take some time and not apply to everybody because not everybody's using the same platform. But hopefully we all are using IDX Broker or looking into the product. So I'm going to focus on the landing pages within IDX today. We're going to go over landing page SEO, what you can do to optimize those landing pages within your IDX Broker account, kind of the differences between SEO and SEM when it comes to landing pages, and then how to properly set up lead capture on landing pages as well. What is a landing page? A landing page is created within your IDX account or your website platform. That's like I just mentioned. They can be hosted by IDX or they can be hosted by yourself using your self-hosted through your website. They are custom pages using specific targeted content and listings towards one specific criteria. So that could be basically any sort of property or field that is offered by your MLS. That would be for like homes that have a pool, homes on a golf course, a specific school district, zip code, neighborhood. So it's really a kind of an endless criteria. If your MLS offers it as a field, then you can certainly create a landing page for that as well. Like I said, they can be created within IDX Broker or within your website platform, and they provide visitors with easy search results and valuable hyperlocal information. Landing pages are by far and away the quickest and easiest way for website visitors to find what they're looking for on your site. They're also a very good opportunity for you guys as local experts to provide your clients and your website visitors with more information. Nobody knows your area like you. Take advantage of that knowledge, throw that into these landing pages and educate your visitors. That's one way that you can certainly stand out from those national or those nationwide search sites. So I have this up here real quick. I did want to start off by showing you guys some landing page examples and just kind of the difference in how these work. I'm going to bounce back over to my browser here. So we're here on the IDX Broker homepage. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this site. If you have not seen our examples page yet, you can get it up here. You'll see benefits. and then example sites. This is a great resource for you guys to see. These are just some sites that we have come across, and they're displaying things in different ways. You can see there's a lot of variety here. IDX Broker is a very customizable solution, so this is a really good place to kind of see the differences in those options. Specifically, we're going to be focusing on just a couple of these today. Leonardi Real Estate, this is one we've come across recently. So this website is built with WordPress. Obviously, they're utilizing IDX Broker's WordPress Impress plugin. So this one specifically has done a really good job with communities. So they've got, some widgets here, and then down here below, they've got some communities links. So as I click on one of these communities, they've got a really nice looking page. One thing you'll notice about this landing page, it's not displaying through a subdomain. IDX Broker displays data through subdomains of your domain. I will show you one here who is displaying these through an IDX subdomain so you can see the difference. But their URL here is www.leonardirealestate.com. So this is a landing page that they built within WordPress. And then in their IDX Broker account, they created a widget for homes for sale in Cameron Park. So once they select that criteria and create this widget, they're just embedding this widget here on this page. Obviously, this is a way to get some really cool custom landing pages. They've added a video here, a slideshow, written their own custom content. So this is a pretty good example. And then they've also got links here for saved searches. So this is a widget, an IDX Broker widget that they're embedding, but they are also linking you to saved searches here. So if you want to see every single listing for sale in Cameron Park, then you can click this link to do that. It looks like they've got current homes and land for sale. So I mentioned the URL. You can tell this is not an IDX Broker landing page because of that, but you'll notice when I click on a listing here, or I'll go ahead and click on this save search, this is an IDX Broker page. So you'll notice it went from www.leonardirealestate.com to homes.leonardirealestate.com. So homes. Is their custom subdomain that they have set up within their account. That's something that everybody should do upon setting up their IDX Broker account, is setting up their custom subdomain. That takes IDX Broker out of this URL and ensures that the SEO credit for these pages is going to Leonardi Real Estate and not IDX Broker. So it's setting up your custom subdomain. It's also a CNAME record with your hosting provider. Those are the two steps that you need to do to ensure that you're getting that SEO credit. If you have any questions on that, or you have not taken that step yet, please give our support team a call and we can help explain that and show you how to do that. All right, so I did want to bring up another example here so we can kind of see another one and see the example of a landing page built within IDX. So here's another website on our examples page, Kohler Real Estate. This is a great looking site. They have done some CSS to their IDX content on this, which is custom styling. It's a really great way to take full advantage of our service and make your content stand out, do some more custom colors and fonts and backgrounds and go from there. So this website, you'll notice up here they've got ranches for sale, homes for sale, and then every single one of these different communities, this will take you to a saved link, aka a landing page. A landing page will also be called a saved link or a saved search. So he took some time getting in there and creating all these links. However, it's very much worth it. You'll see here when I get into one of these just exactly how these can be laid out. So let's go ahead and go to Austin. So right away you can tell by looking at that URL, this is a landing page built within IDX Broker because they've got their custom subdomain, texas.primeranchland.com. And this is obviously built within our system. So they've got their custom subheader up here. This is where you can write your own custom content. Like I mentioned earlier, take advantage of your local knowledge. Austin is obviously a pretty popular place, but this particular client went ahead and wrote their own description about Austin. I'll show you guys, you can also do some cool things in the back end dashboard in this section as well. So they've got their search results. You can always sort these, refine this search, show the search on a map. And also, like I mentioned, this client has done some CSS, so you can do that within your backend dashboard if you want to do some more custom styling and change some colors and fonts and things. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get back into the IDX Broker dashboard. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. I think we do have some people in this that are attending today that are looking into the product, so this is a really good opportunity to kind of get educated in the IDX dashboard and how this works. So let's go ahead and we're going to go up here to the Designs tab, and then you'll see right here, Saved Links. This is where you can look at all of the saved links that have been created within your account. So in this particular account, this is one of the sales demo accounts that we have here. You can see there's been 144 saved links created in this account. We store all of the saved links that you create. One great thing about saved links and IDX Broker is there is no limit to how many you can do. We always try to recommend for people to create as many of these as possible because they're just such a good opportunity, again, to provide people with more information. So create as many as you can. They're so good for SEO and they just look really good on your site. So you'll see here, this is where you can manage all your saved links. You can customize the specific wrapper for that page. It'll show you the type of saved link it is, when it was created, how many times it's been viewed, and then you can come over here and preview what that link looks like. You can edit the search criteria or edit the preferences. If you want to go back and get a saved link that you were using maybe 6 months or so ago and you took it off your site, you can sort these by when they were created. So that's a really quick and easy way to find it. Or of course you can search by name. So as far as creating a saved link, we're going to go back up here to Save Links tab and then create. Or sometimes the webinar, the GoToWebinar can kind of slow down the screen a little bit. In the meantime, while this is loading, I saw a question come through. What's a wrapper? A wrapper is something that our support team builds upon setting up your account. It's called an HTML wrapper. And what that does is it'll essentially copy the colors and logos and branding that you have on your existing website and apply that to your IDX Broker pages. So that way your IDX pages and content appear with the consistency of your website. So it'll have your colors, your logos, and your branding. There are different types of wrappers, dynamic wrappers, global wrappers. If you have any questions on those, please give our support team a call. We can take a look at them and walk you through them and possibly look at if you've made a whole bunch of website changes or redesigned your website, maybe look at redoing that wrapper build. So like I said, give them a call if you have any questions. So in creating a saved link, it's going to ask us what type of search page we want to use to create this link. So today I'm going to focus on doing a polygon saved link. So a polygon is when you're going to be using the map and to draw your own custom shape. So this is a platinum specific tool. The polygon tool is. IDX Broker offers a couple solutions, Lite and Platinum. If you're wanting to use this polygon tool, obviously you'll have to have Platinum. So today I'm going to draw this shape around the University of Oregon. We're located here in Eugene. So this is a popular search, obviously, people looking for homes around the university. We do have some additional filtering options down here as well. This particular account is using multiple MLSs. Obviously, it's a demo account, so we've got quite a few. With this search specifically, our local MLS is RMLS, and then we're going to be looking for residential listings. You can do some more filtering here, a minimum price, bedrooms, bathrooms, and then I'm going to sort these listings by newest. All right, so we're going to go to next step. All right, so this is where we can go ahead and give this particular page some SEO settings. So every single link that you're gonna create in your account is required to have a page title. The page title that you give it will also be generated as the link URL. So you can see as I type in University of Oregon homes for sale, it's also going to be the link URL right here below. You can do some meta tag descriptions and keywords. Those certainly do not harm your SEO value. All they can do is kind of give that a little bit of a boost, give it some more credit behind it. I don't hear those mentioned all that often anymore, to be honest, but I would certainly recommend throwing some in there because it's only going to boost that value. It's certainly not going to hurt anything. And then right down here below, you'll see some more link settings. We do want to place this on the custom links showcase. It'll always default to yes, and then it'll give you a link display name here as well. Now the custom subheader, this is where you can add custom content to this specific page. So like in this Austin example, if we go back to the saved link, this is the custom description of Austin that was displayed here above the result. So this is where you're writing this content. You can embed photos right here. If you had a video of this area of Austin, then you can embed a video here as well. So this is an awesome opportunity to put some custom stuff in here. Today, I'm going to show you how to put a photo in here. So we're doing University of Oregon homes for sale. What I'm going to want to do on this particular site, and I will show you this page that I create, you can either display this custom subheader above the existing subheader on that page, below it, or you can replace it. So back to the wrapper for this page, the wrapper that is created in this account will always have the subheader in that wrapper. And I'll actually show you the difference. So for now, I'm going to put above existing subheader. And then right here, you'll see there's an insert edit image. Now I'm going to want to find a image of the University of Oregon. Now, I would not recommend just Googling images and using them specifically, because there may be, image copyright issues, obviously. So, I'm doing it for this specific example, but obviously it's not going to be permanent. Always be careful about the images that you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this one for now. And then we're going to go back into the saved link here, insert edit image, and paste that URL. Okay, so now that I copied the right address and threw it in there, you'll notice obviously this is a huge image. All I did was copy it. Down here, you'll see an appearance tab. I'm going to go ahead and resize this. All right, go back to the general here. Image description, you'll notice if I try to click insert, it's going to ask me if I'm sure I want to do that without giving it a description. I'm going to go ahead and click cancel. You should always give your images a description right here, because that is something that Google will recognize. And then you can go ahead and give it a title for your own reference. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and insert that, and you'll see it right there. So this is going to now be displaying in that custom subheader. If I also want to throw in some description here, I can do that as well. Okay, so now that I have created this custom subheader, down here below, if I have a multi-user account, I can assign an agent to this saved link. In here, it looks like we've got 5 different agents. So I'm going to go ahead and assign one of my agents to this link. If Jeff True specializes in University of Oregon homes, every single lead that will come in through this link will go to Jeff True. So once I've assigned him to this, I can make sure that those leads are getting to my agent who's qualified in this area. So I'm going to save and manage this link. All right, so now it's going to take me back to my saved links in my account. So I'm going to go ahead and sort this by when they were created. And you'll see right here, the one that I just created, University of Oregon Homes for Sale. Now I'm going to go ahead and preview this link so we can see what it looks like. Okay, so you'll see the image that I just threw in here, and then the University of Oregon title that I gave it. Remember I mentioned I just put in there it's going to display above the existing subheader. So the Adirondack chairs here on the beach is the subheader that is the global subheader in the wrapper that is going to be on all of these pages. So obviously this looks kind of wonky. If I want to go ahead and go back and change that, I'm going to go back to this saved link and edit these preferences. Back here in the custom subheader, I don't want it to display above. I want it to replace the existing subheader. Save those changes. Come back to my link and refresh it, and it should replace that Adirondack image up there at the top. So like I said, photos, videos, whether it's a YouTube video, Vimeo, or something like that. If you have a video about the University of Oregon, or the best of both worlds, the combination of both, throw in that image, throw in that video, write your own custom description about the University of Oregon to really get the most value out of this link. You can see it looks like there's 5 homes for sale currently in this area. Or it looks like I'm actually displaying sold and pending and not active. So that's another thing that you can go back and change what type of listings you're displaying in that link by editing the preferences and editing the search criteria. I really quickly there, I just showed you how to create a saved link within IDX Broker. You can do that obviously with the advanced search pages, with the basic search, using any search page and criteria that's available for your MLS. The SEO settings were really, really important on that page. The custom content, writing your own paragraph, writing your own description. And then I did want to touch base on the lead registration as well. So if we go back into our IDX dashboard, we're going to go back up here to the top, and you'll see leads and then lead registration preferences. So this is where you can choose how aggressive you want to be with asking leads to register on your website. There's a lot of debate over what is the most effective way to do this. IDX Broker, you can force or request registration on any IDX page at any time. So right in here is where you can really, get into more detail about that. We do have some predetermined settings here if you like, conservative, balanced, aggressive, or you can do your own custom settings as well. So this is where you can customize your sign up form and then your global registration rules. So on your results pages, that link that we created that shows all the homes in the University of Oregon area, that's a results page. So we can either force or request registration there. So if I'm going to force registration, it's going to ask me how many pages I want to let somebody view on there before I force it. So since that's a saved link, you're only going to view that page one time. I'm going to go ahead and put 1, and that way that is always going to have that lead capture window come up, and then it'll show me my form message here. If you want to have a custom message on these pages, each specific page, you can do that as well. Go ahead and click custom, and then you'll see a very similar looking box come up here to go ahead and write your own custom lead registration. So go ahead and save that change. And now when somebody goes and views that link, it's going to go ahead and ask me to register. Within your lead registration, after you capture leads, you'll see here there's a leads and then management tab, and then you can see all the leads that are in this account. So I'm not want to get in, there's a whole lot of information here as well. We're focusing on landing pages today, so I want to focus specifically on that. With Platinum as well, there is a lead sign up widget. So back up here in designs and then widgets, let's see if it's been created in this account yet. Yeah, you'll see it right here, a lead sign up. So this is where you could also grab this lead sign up widget and embed that widget into the saved link that we created. That way, a really popular way, you can embed a lead sign-up widget up here in the subheader as well. So if you wanted to replace this University of Oregon photo, you could have both if you wanted. That way you have lead registration always on this page and not popping up. That is an embeddable widget. That's always an option. Lead sign-up widget is Platinum only. Keep that in mind. It's also really popular from what I've seen to have that lead sign-up widget embedded in the sidebar. All right, so lead registration for those pages. Obviously, this is all done within those IDX hosted landing pages. On self-hosted landing pages, I mentioned earlier the creation process is going to vary by platform. I did show you a WordPress example. I'm going to go ahead and jump into a Squarespace one as well, just so you can kind of see the difference in how that works. So let's see here. Go ahead and pull up this site. So this site is built within Squarespace. Squarespace is something that is definitely becoming more popular. We're starting to hear it more often. Our service works well with Squarespace sites. You'll see up here, there's a communities tab, but they've also got some links down here to different types of listings. And then on here, they also have communities as well. So go back up here to the communities tab. This is, again, a landing page that was built within Squarespace. So it is not built within IDX Broker. Very similar to the one that I showed you that was built within WordPress. They created this page in Squarespace, and then they are embedding IDX Broker widgets. This is a map widget, also Platinum only. If you're wanting to use that map widget and embed it onto your pages, you do need to have Platinum. She created these really awesome looking landing pages, big images, tons of information on here. All of this content is obviously indexable by Google, so she's getting really good value out of this page. So this is another great example I wanted to show you. You guys can set up something very similar to this, and then of course, if we're going to click on one of these listings, that's when we get into the IDX Broker page. So this is an IDX Broker details page. One more here, just for good measure, we'll go ahead and show you another one. I did want to show you another WordPress one. It's J City Realty. Okay, similar up here, you'll see a neighborhoods tab, and this site is built within WordPress. So this has a really cool custom map that they had somebody develop for them. So if we go ahead and click on one of these neighborhoods inside the map, this is another landing page that is using IDX Broker widget. So this is a landing page built within WordPress, and then similar to that Squarespace example, they're showing listings via widgets. So I've showed you landing pages you can build within your own platform, those self-hosted landing pages. We have gone over landing pages built within IDX Broker as well. So, you guys have seen some good examples, some really good possibilities. It obviously takes some time, but you can really do some cool custom stuff and make your sites look great with these landing pages. We're going to go kind of jump ahead here a little bit and go to the SEM and SEO. Okay, so what is the difference between SEM and SEO? Search engine optimization is SEO. Search engine marketing is SEM. So search engine optimization, that is what I'm referring to when I say the content on your landing pages is indexable, or on not just your landing pages, your website in general is indexable by Google. Search engine optimization. Iframed. One of the problems with Wix websites is your IDX content does need to be iframed. That means none of the MLS listings on your site are recognizable. So set up that custom subdomain, set up that CNAME record with your hosting provider, and then your IDX content is indexable by Google. Get full search engine optimization for your IDX service that you're paying for on a monthly basis. Obviously, get that full value. Every single site I've showed you today has had that set up. So, they're taking full advantage of that. Search engine marketing is essentially campaigns to drive traffic to landing pages. So they're specific targeted campaigns. Going back to the Austin example, Kohler Real Estate down in Texas could put together a SEM campaign for their specific area that is going to drive traffic to that Austin landing page. One important thing when you're setting up, lead capture on these pages, you want to make sure that you set up lead capture specifically on those landing pages. That way, when leads come in, when you're using SEM, search engine marketing campaigns, when leads come in through those landing pages, you can track that lead and make sure that you know where that lead came from. That way, you know that SEM campaign you're paying for, you're getting full value out of that campaign because you're gaining leads from that specific page that you were driving traffic to. That's huge. Definitely make sure you have that lead sign up widget on there, that registration set up. I would even recommend forcing registration on those pages specifically. That way, when a lead comes to your site through SEM and they register as a lead, that specific lead came from that landing page that you create. All right, so real quickly, we kind of taken up more time than I expected, but if anybody has any more questions, go ahead and throw them in there. I will just go ahead and wait a couple of seconds and see what I can get to. And if I don't answer your question today, feel free to shoot us an email and we'll definitely get back to you. One person asked, is this website example on the examples page? Yes, it is. Going back to IDX Broker client examples, you can find I think every single one of the examples I used today is on this page, maybe minus the Squarespace one. I don't think we've put that one on there yet. I know I mentioned also I was going to show you the Academy site. That is learn.idxbroker.com. This is an awesome resource for you guys. We post all of our previous webinars here. You can see upcoming webinars. We've got courses, quick tips, articles, ideas. So this is a really awesome place to come. Just to show you real quick, like the courses tab, we've got courses on content creation, lead management, creating saved link, basically everything that I've gone over today. Customization, search engine optimization, SEO, how to set up your custom subdomains and your CNAME records. Spend some time on this site. There's so much good information here. And yes, like I said, this webinar will be recorded and it will be displayed up here. So if you click on the webinars tab, learn.idxbroker.com. It usually takes a day or two to edit the webinar, and then we upload them right to this page. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for today. I certainly appreciate all of you guys being here. We do these webinars every 2 weeks. Like I mentioned, I do want you guys to be sure to join us for part 2. It's going to happen August 7th, same time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. My colleague Bishop, who is a specialist in search engine marketing and Google AdWords and stuff like that, is going to be going over how to promote these landing pages that you've created. So keep an eye out for that sign up page. We'll be promoting it through middleware. We'll be promoting it on our marketing site, idxbroker.com. Definitely get signed up for that one because that's going to be a really good one for sure. And then once again, thanks a lot for being here. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call and we'll help you out. And if it's past business hours, shoot us an email and we'll get back to you that way as well. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a good rest of your day.